Hey there, everybody. Since the email video was such a wild and crazy success, I think it went viral, I decided to include another video on how to properly structure and format your papers. Whenever we write something in English this year, and hopefully in your other classes, we'll use what's called MLA format. It's one of those things that in English you just kind of have to follow, and when you get to high school, you'll still follow it, and then when you get to college, they'll probably make you follow a different format. But nonetheless, we're following what's called MLA format. The first thing you want to make sure you do when you have your Google Doc is you want to go to the Insert tab. And in that Insert tab, I want you to go down to where it says Page Number. And click the first little box, which you'll see number 1 page is followed by page 2. You'll click that, and right away you'll see you have a header with page number 1. In front of that header, make sure you include your last name. Make a space. And then what you'll see is after you kind of scroll down your document or you continue to write, and if you get to a second page or a third page or a fourth page, your name header follows and so does the page number. It'll continue to increase as long as you add pages, which is kind of nice and convenient. After you have your header established, the next thing you want to make sure that you do is include a proper MLA heading. First thing you need there is your name. I'm going to be super formal and put my full name with an initial. You don't have to do that. Just write your first and last name. Make sure you capitalize it. Once you do that, you want to go over to Format, Line Spacing, there we go, and you're going to change it to double. We're going to double space all our documents. That way when you press return, you're actually skipping 2 spaces. The next part of your proper heading will be your instructor's name. So you can just write my last name. You may want to write Mr. or Mrs. or Doctor or Professor as you get older into more formal settings. Right now, my last name is A-OK. Following that, you want to have the class you are in. So we will do ELA, and I'll do an A1 for example, but you would do your class section, A2, B1, B2, whatever. Following that, you want to have today's date, the current date that you're writing at least. So for today, we'll do 11/05/15. You can structure the date however you want. I'm not too particular on it as long as it's there. After you have your date listed, you're going to go down and press return one more time. And now we have to switch our alignment to center. We were left aligned, now we're center alignment. And we will do a nice informative and catchy title. We'll talk about how to make better titles later. Press return again, and this will take you into the body of the first part of text that you're writing. We'll go back to left align, and here you'll want to press tab so that you're indenting, and you'll start writing your piece. In this case, it would be your memoir, which is a short story. One thing I want to make sure I mention is that when you get to the end of a paragraph, do not skip an extra space. Just simply press return, press tab to indent, and write the next paragraph. For whatever reason, kids like to skip a second space between paragraphs, and that's completely unnecessary. You don't need to do that. So as you add paragraphs, just simply indent and return on the next line. A couple things I know kids love to do is they like to use crazy, wild, and weird fonts. For the sake of our drafts, we're going to use the font that just shows up when you use Google Docs, which is Arial. I believe if you're following MLA format by like the letter of the law, you would have to do Times New Roman. So this is what Times New Roman looks like. To me, it's not a huge deal. You can do Times New Roman or you can do Arial. What I don't want you to do is use wacky fonts that are ridiculous and goofy looking. As cool as that might look, it doesn't make your writing any better. So for the sake of clarity and precision, we're going to keep with either Arial or Times New Roman. The other thing that you want to make sure you do is you don't blow your font up. Okay, it's going to come in at 11, and that's what Google Docs does. I would prefer you bring it up to 12, but no larger than 12. Okay, so go back, highlight your text, put it into 12, or right out of the gate when you're up here and making your heading, you can start at 12. Okay, so no larger than 12. Keep it Times New Roman. Keep it Arial, and make sure you follow those guidelines. Thanks for watching.